Most traders don't fail because they're bad at trading. They fail because of the rules they didn't fully understand until it was too late. I tested Bulenox versus Apex Trader funding with real money, and what I uncovered could save you from blowing your next evaluation, or worse, getting stuck in a payout trap. Stick around, because at the end of this video, I'll share which one I'd personally trust with my money and why. Okay, let's be real here. Every prop firm sounds amazing on their website. Fast funding, huge payouts, simple rules, but I've learned the only thing that actually matters is what happens after you've signed up and your money's on the line. So I went digging. And yeah, I found one pretty harsh review about Apex Trader funding. This guy claimed he went bankrupt trading with them and said he'd never touch it again. But here's the thing, we don't know the full story. Was it reckless risk management? Unrealistic expectations? Either way, that review was definitely the exception, not the norm. I mean, Apex has a 4.5 average from over 13,000 traders. That's not a fluke. I've personally blown accounts in the past, but Apex was one of the few firms where the rules actually helped me slow down, build discipline, and finally trade profitably. One trader even said the same thing, that after blowing multiple accounts, Apex forced him to be consistent, and he finally got paid. Another talked about how fast the evaluation and funded accounts are set up, and while the payouts aren't instant, the pricing and simplicity are more than making up for it. That lines up with my own experience too, so I can say that's pretty similar. Now, compare that to Bulenox. Bulenox has some appeal, sure, but the reviews are a bit more mixed. One guy bought a $50,000 account and said he couldn't even log in. He tried support, double-checked everything, and still lost 2 days of trading. That sucks. But from what I found, it seems like an isolated issue, could have been user error, a tech hiccup, or just bad timing. And if we have to be fair, not all reviews are bad. Another trader called Bulenox an excellent program, especially for their one-day pass and flexible payout rules. He said it was straightforward and his payment was already on the way. So here's how I see it. If you want faster setups, looser rules, and you're confident in your own discipline, Bulenox might be a good fit if you're confident and you don't need a lot of structure. But if you're looking for a more trusted, stable, long-term platform with proven structure, Apex Trader funding is the better bet in my opinion. But alright, let's take a look at the features that make these prop trading firms stand out from each other. And here's where things get really interesting. When I signed up with Apex Trader funding, one thing that stood out immediately, flexibility. I wasn't boxed in by random rules or daily drawdowns. I could trade full-sized contracts right from the jump. No weird scaling restrictions. If I wanted to size up, I could, as long as I knew how to manage risk. And that kind of freedom, it's rare. What really impressed me was how Apex's rules actually promote good trading habits. They're not looking for flashy wins. They're looking for consistent day-by-day growth. And as someone who's blown more than one account before, I can tell you that structure helped me clean up my strategy fast. Unlike other firms that let you ride wild profits one day and blow up the next, Apex rewards steady hands. One reviewer said the same thing. He called the firm a great opportunity, but warned that their new rules demand strong discipline. If you stick with proper risk management, you're golden. Now let's talk about the part we all care about, the payouts. This was a game changer. With Apex, you get to keep the entire first $25,000 you earn. No split. Every last dollar of that is yours. After that, it's still a 90-10 split in your favor. That setup, for new traders trying to grow fast, it's a game changer, especially if you're starting small and want to actually see your profits early. I'm not just saying that. One reviewer literally called Apex a great prop firm with fair evaluations, generous profit splits, and reliable payouts. He even said their low entry cost and the frequent promos make it ideal for traders at any level. Now, here's where Bulenox stats up. Bulenox doesn't offer that first $25,000 advantage. Instead, they follow a more traditional route. They do offer flexible payout methods like ACH, PayPal, Wise, even money transfers, and they process once a week, every Wednesday. But if you're chasing that fast ramp up in earnings, Apex is just more aggressive with its rewards. Now, the rules. And this is where things tighten up with Bulenox. Bulenox enforces a strict daily loss limit. If you hit that number, even if it's on unrealized losses, you're done for the day. The clock resets at 5 p.m. CST, and their platform tracks it in real time. I'll be honest, that structure might work for some traders, especially if you struggle with overtrading or impulse decisions, but personally, it felt restrictive. One rough trade with slippage, and I was out. No warning, no cushion. With Apex, there's no daily drawdown hanging over you. Instead, they use a trailing drawdown for most accounts. That means you can focus on trading your strategy, not the countdown clock. But what about withdrawals? Apex used to have set payout windows, but not anymore. That's gone. Now you can request a payout anytime, as long as you've completed 8 trading days. And 5 of those days have to have at least $50 in profit. You also need to meet what they call a safety net, which is just your drawdown amount plus $100. Simple rules. No waiting for the 1st to 5th or 15th to 20th of the month. If you've traded responsibility, you can get paid. That was a massive upgrade in my book. I just don't like being told when I'm allowed to get what I've earned. Compare that to Bulenox. They also let you request a payout anytime, but they only let you process that once a week on Wednesdays. And you've got to complete 10 trading days first. The minimum withdrawal for your first 1 to 3 payouts is $1,000, unless you're on a $10,000 account where it's $500. Also, those first few withdrawals have a cap based on your account size. But what can you actually trade? With Apex, the list is pretty long. I've traded everything from equity futures to forex futures to energy, metal, even crypto futures. One trader said he loved how easy the platform was to navigate and appreciated the wide range of assets available. And I agree. Being able to switch up based on what's moving in the market that week, that gives you serious edge. Bulenox also offers a decent range, but it just doesn't feel as broad or well supported. And for traders who like to explore multiple markets, Apex pulls ahead there too. Does that make Apex trader funding and Bulenox funding perfect? No, not really. The biggest drawback with Apex is the waiting time between withdrawals. You have to wait for 8 days between payouts. But that delay actually works in your favor because it encourages long-term consistency instead of quick, reckless trades just to hit the minimum. On the other hand, Bulenox's daily limit can be frustrating. If you're not careful or if you're caught up in a volatile market move, it's game over for the day. No second chances until tomorrow. So what do their funded accounts cost? Apex trader funding is what I'd call very competitive pricing, especially for what you get in terms of trading freedom, support, and payout structure. It's one of the more cost-efficient firms if you're planning to stick around for the long haul. Bulenox, on the other hand, might look cheaper upfront, but once you factor in the strict loss limits and more aggressive rules, the value depends on how disciplined you are. Check the links in the description for the current pricing and promo deals. We try to keep them updated so you never miss out. So here's my honest takeaway. If you want a fast setup with fewer barriers and you're confident in your discipline, Bulenox might work for you. But if you're like me and you've blown accounts before or you're tired of rigid rules getting in the way, Apex Trader Funding is the smarter long-term partner. From flexible rules to trader-friendly payouts and a structure that rewards more consistent strategy, it's the one firm that actually has helped me turn things around. If I had to put real money on the line again, Apex is where I'd go. Check the link in the description to get started with a special discount and to see which platform fits your trading style best.